The Adventures of Robin Hood. Chapter 6. Robin entertains the sheriff. The sheriff of Nottingham still didn't realize that the rich butcher was Robin Hood. "How much money do you want for your horned animals?" asked the sheriff. His feast for the butchers was almost over. It was time to trick this foolish young man. "The animals are worth at least 500 pounds, said Robin. "Well, I'd like to help you, but I don't have that much money," the sheriff replied. "How about 300 pounds in silver and gold instead? Robin pretended to consider the offer. "The animals are really worth more than that, but my family does need the money. All right, it's a deal." "Good. By the way, what's your name?" asked the sheriff. Robin tried hard not to smile. "My name is Robert of Locksley. You must come to inspect the animals." The two men shook and agreed to meet later that afternoon. Meanwhile, Robin sold his cart and horse. Later that day, Robin and the sheriff set off from Nottingham. The sheriff was on horseback, while Robin ran beside him. The two men talked and laughed like old friends. But when they entered Sherwood Forest, the sheriff immediately stopped laughing. "May the heavens save us from that thief Robin Hood," he cried. Robin laughed loudly. "You're in no more danger than Robin Hood than you are from me." "That makes me nervous," said the sheriff. Suddenly, a herd of deer crossed their path. Robin's eye twinkled. "Those are my horned animals," he said. "What do you think of them, Sheriff?" The sheriff hattled his horse. "These deer from the woods are your horned animals?" He scolded. "I'm going back to Nottingham. I don't trust you." Robin got hold of the sheriff's rein. "Why don't you stay a while?" said Robin. "I'm sure my brothers would like to meet you." He pulled out the horn and blew 3 times. Little John appeared, leading a large group of Robin's men. "Oh no," the sheriff gulped. After he realized something. "This butcher is really Robin Hood. How can we help you, master?" Little John asked Robin Hood. "I've brought a guest to feast with us today," replied Robin Hood. "Let me introduce the sheriff of Nottingham." The men grumbled but removed their hoods. That was a sign of respect. Robin led the sheriff deeper and deeper into the forest. The sheriff said nothing, but his heart was sinking fast. It was well known that Robin always robbed the men he invited to his feast. "Robin Hood is going to try to steal from me, too. Robin Hood is going to try to steal from me, too," thought the sheriff. At last, they came up to a large oak tree. Robin sat down on a soft pile of moss. "Sit next to me, Sheriff." Robin patted the moss. You'll enjoy this feast." Soon, forest fire crackled, and the air was filled with the scent of meat cooking. While the food roasted, Robin's men entertained the sheriff. They put on an archery show, they played harp, and sang ballads. They fought with staffs so skillfully the sheriff had started clapping along with the other men. He'd forgotten he was with Robin Hood and his men. When the food was ready, everyone ate and drank until the moon rose. "Robin Hood still hadn't mentioned my money," the sheriff said to himself. Maybe he had forgotten all about it. The sheriff stood up and addressed Robin and his men. Thank you so much for this fine meal and wonderful entertainment, but I really must be going now. I don't want to get lost in the forest in the dark. Robin and his men stood up too. I'm sorry to see you go, said Robin, but you forgot one thing. The sheriff's heart sank again. We don't give this feast for free, went on Robin. Our food and entertainment will cost you something. Yes, yes, cried all his men. The sheriff forced a laugh. Everything was so delightful. I was certainly planning to pay you something. 300 pounds, please, said Robin. What? 300 pounds? Sputtered the sheriff. Actually, I wouldn't give you 3 pounds. Oh, that's too bad, Robin said. Well, we'll just take what's in your pouch. Little John, would you empty it for the sheriff? The sheriff's face turned pale, and he bit his lip. Little John took the sheriff's fat pouch and counted out the coins. 300 pounds in silver and gold, said Little John. Perfect. Tom beamed, Robin beamed, and at the sheriff. We enjoyed hosting you tonight, Sheriff. Be careful going home in the dark.